What's up, you guys? Sean Ross Sapp, managing editor, FightfulWrestling.com. Some real sad news in the world of professional wrestling today. Legendary wrestling interviewer Mean Gene Okerlund has passed away at the age of 76. Okerlund got a start in the AWA before signing with WWE in 1984. He interviewed all the top stars in the sport, including Hulk Hogan, Randy Savage, Andre the Giant, Ric Flair, and more. He provided commentary and hosted several shows during his run before he moved on to WCW, where he had many more iconic moments starting in 1993. He did come back to WWE and has worked with the company for the last 15 years up until just this week. He was hosting shows with Charlie Caruso. I mean, he is a big part of the childhood of a lot of people, even to today. I mean, there are people who still watch the shows that he's on, who see him make cameos, who watched him on Legends House several years ago. That was one of the anchoring projects in which WWE had ready for when the network launched. They filmed that, and they thought that was going to take off for them big. It was some good content to have, and Mean Gene Okerlund was a big part of that. Of course, there's always the iconic, let me tell you something, Mean Gene, that comes from Hulk Hogan, and his moments with Hogan are probably the most recognizable and memorable. Even in WCW, when Mean Gene got into the ring and asked Hulk Hogan his mindset after the NWO turn. It's just sad news, man. 76. He lived a good, full life. We definitely extend our condolences to the family, friends, and the fans of Mean Gene Okerlund. He was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame 13 years ago in 2006. He even appeared on Raw 25 earlier this year, where he interviewed AJ Styles. So, I mean, he's been on WWE programming for quite some time. And just even modern day, we had several wrestlers react to this. Hulk Hogan says, "Mean Gene, I love you, my brother." Ricochet giving his respect. Ted DiBiase says, "The WWE Universe has lost one of its greatest announcers and truly one of the nicest guys you'd ever know. Mean Gene Okerlund, R.I.P. my friend." You had the Iron Sheik in a bit of a gimmick, but says that Gene was the best man at his wedding. Tony Schiavone says that he is devastated to hear the news of his friend Gene Okerlund's passing and will always be the wrestling's greatest stick man. Vicky Guerrero, Kathy Kelly offering their thoughts. Stone Cold Steve Austin says, "Just heard Mean Gene Okerlund has passed away. As an interviewer, pitchman, announcer, or host, he was untouchable, simply the best. Total professional with quick wit, sarcasm, humor, and that golden voice. Condolences to his friends and family." Samoa Joe says, "One of the few regrets I harbor in my career was never getting to scream Mean Gene when answering the queries of a man whose presence was larger than life and ingrained in the better memories of my childhood." Triple H says, "A voice and soundtrack to an entire era of our industry. He was the star of some of WWE's most memorable segments. Mean Gene was beloved by all that got to work with him. Our thoughts are with him and his family at this difficult time." Then you have Dolph Ziggler, Jeff Jarrett, Jeremy Borash, Jerry Lawler, lots of people extending their thoughts. This is incredibly sad news, man. I mean, it's hard to invite. I mean, even kids today have seen Gene Okerlund on pro wrestling TV before. I mean, he's all over the program, or their programming, from the retro shows to popping up in WWE Network stuff to doing, I think it was International Classics or something of that nature he was doing. This is a big loss. It's a heartbreaking loss, one that was entrenched in WWE going national and global, in WCW going to war with WWE or WWF and on Monday nights, and even back in the AWA days. Our thoughts with the family of Mean Gene Okerlund, who has passed away at the age of 76. I want you all to leave in the comments your favorite Mean Gene Okerlund memory. Till next time, we're out.